And good afternoon, everybody. This is Michael Filigera. I am with logicalsignals.com and tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. The market continues to adhere to current analysis that's been presented. And today we did go up almost to 14,900. So as I had left it yesterday, I had labeled this as wave 3, labeled this as wave 4, meaning still a fifth wave up, and had thought that we should at least get to 14,878 around in that area. And we exceeded it by a little bit, but we did run smack into resistance just before 14,900. And that was good enough. And then we proceeded to drop 160 points from that level. I don't think this is all of that wave 4, because if you remember, this completed the subminute wave 3, and now we're in the subminute wave 4. So we are basically 2 waves away from which could be the end point for all of this, because I think I've really gotten very granular on the count, and I can make some adjustments to it, but I'm not thinking that that's going to be necessary. So what I'm looking for from here are our Fibonacci retracements for a wave 4. And again, that's correcting from here to here. That's correcting all of that third wave, which was quite nice, by the way. Went from 14,300 to 14,884. So we had a little bit of a correction to put in. And the first area that is most common is that a corrective wave will come within the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, and that's right here. Now, we did enter that on the first swing down, but when we put up our Fibonacci retracements, it really does appear that we've at least going to probably come down to this 50% level, possibly even a little bit lower. We have the 200-day moving average right there, and then we have additional support at 14,530 area. Now, what it can do is it cannot come below, again, 14,422. So we still have that magic line that goes across our chart right there. Do not break. But in case of emergency, break. And that emergency would be is that we're going down. In any case, I believe that we likely will drop cleaner into this. And we need to at least put in a new low below 14,726. That will be, so that will put a nice clean C wave in. C wave should take out the low of wave A, and it would if it got down to the 0.382 level, and then sit very cleanly within this fourth wave of 1 previous degree, 1 lesser degree. And that all fits. And that sets the stage then for a sub-minute wave 5 advance. And that's the one that we are looking to really kind of clean house, so to speak, and get us up probably closer to 15,000. And just as a, let me kind of go in there and go, and I'm going to take off these retracements for right now. And I'm going to just go ahead and put up the upside retracements that we have. I need to go out to my 4-hour chart so I can catch that whole wave. And there it is. And we're going to go from 2 to 3. You know what? I'm going to just make this easy on my life. Blow this up a little bit so I can get cleaner. There you go. And I'm going to go there. Oops. 2 there. 2 there. So what are we looking at? We are looking at the possibility of it at least getting above 14,900. We have 14,939 or 940, and then we have 15,200. Now, we have larger fibs that I'm going to throw up there now. Let me go up to the daily. And what we're now going to do is we're going to put up this minor 5 and where we think minor 5. So again, That's the whole purpose. We're putting in all of our Fibonacci extensions for possible ending zones for all of our fifth waves. So, and then once we get this thing for this fourth wave in progress to complete, then I will draw an additional that will go from here to here to here. And I can do one now, but it's not going to be exact because we don't have the endpoint, but I'm going to put it as if it were to come down to that zone that we just mentioned here. And I'll actually use this level for that one. And so that's going to be, I'm going to go from this low up to this high. Down to this low. And let's see what we get. All right, so now I'm going to start to pull this open. Now you see that our above 15,000 gets a little crowded. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the overlap. We do have, again, we have overlap at that 14,940 area. And then we start to climb 15,005 to 15,020. Then we have 15,073, 15,122, 15,168, and 15,207. Now, that is more than likely going to be the area, although we do have one more up here almost at 15,300. That would be quite a push, but it can happen. We're looking for the completion point of minute wave 5. We're looking for the completion point of minor wave 5. We're looking for the completion point of a sub-minute wave 5. So we got sub-minute wave 5, we have minute wave 5, and then we have a larger minor wave 5 that we're looking to complete. And I could take this out even further. And in fact, that just for the exercise, I'm going to do that right now. We have to go all the way out to the weekly. And because again, we're looking for, oh, I can't, I got to go even further. Wow. Wanted to get to the bottom of where wave 1 started. Let's go out here and see if I can get this. All right. So I've got one more that I'm going to put up there because we're also looking for the completion point for intermediate wave 5. And that one's going to really put some stuff up there. So let's see if we can get that out there. That should be good enough. Now, go back to my hourly chart. Now we got a whole bunch of numbers up there. So let's see where we get our overlap. Our largest one, again, right, coming right in here. And then we've got some bigger numbers. Now, so it's the same cluster. So they're all clustering around 15,000, between 15,020 and 15,000, let's say 300. So it's a big zone, but the markets, you know, they rally. And when they get going because it gets thin up here because they're not going to sell as easily up at these levels unless they have a direct reason that they should. So what I'm looking for tomorrow, let's see, I got to take some of this out, but that's not going to work. So let me put this back down to a 30 minutes so I can just take a peek inside. I'm looking for just the B wave to finish, the C wave down, could happen in Globex for all we know, and find a level. And I think that's going to be right in here. And then we're going to rally again. Definitely that rally would be expected to get above the current high, which is a 14,884, we'll call it, and on up towards these upper levels. And we get crowded right here. And that to me is all very fitting. So even adding that last larger the intermediate 5 completion point, they're all kind of coming in right in here. And that's quite interesting. Yeah, see, everything else, we start getting into those upper numbers. And that I'm definitely not looking for. Yeah, see. So, that being if intermediate 5 is going to be equal in length to intermediate 3, which I do not expect, then you're looking at 16,000, but I think we get up there. So let's put that back down. And we're going to call it. We need to come down and finish this particular wave and to get deeper into this 4th wave of 1 lesser degree. And I think we had our levels like down at 662. So that would change our 1 calculation for wave 3, 4, because we would bring that level down. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to edit the properties. I'm going to pull it down. Extension 3, I think. Yeah. Beginning is 144308. Yeah, that fits. Okay, so the endpoint is 1478. That's the part that was wrong. It should be 4. And the endpoint 4721. I'm going to move it down to 662. 662. Let's see what that does. And right, changes it ever so slightly, gives us that gives more room for that wave 4, which is what I'm thinking. And now I want to see where we end up. Boy, we'll double it up. We're still right there. So we're still right into that 15,020. That's the big candidate right now, 15,020. We got a 17 to 20, and then we have an upside that will take us to 67 to 15,114. So this is the zone, and this is on a push. This would be the additional zone. We have a zone there, and we have a bigger zone right here. And we will see. But at least we have our marching order, so to speak, a little bit more downside. It should hold. We should not break down from here if this count is correct. Again, if we start to just trade what's in front of you, trade according to moving averages, we can throw up during the day. We can put additional Fibonacci retracements and extensions to help guide us lower. Again, the major break would be below 14,422. That's the major break. Please don't do that market. That would then really leave this as our high. If another high is not put in first, that would mark that as the high. And that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. Right now, the market is pretty much following very cleanly the analysis that has been presented. So I have no reason to doubt that it's not going to continue that unless this count is totally wrong. Then, of course, the market's still going to tell us that A, it was wrong, and B, this is what it's doing. So a little bit more downside, an additional rally. Again, it's a subminute wave 5, and I expect it to, just like this third, to subdivide into its own 5 waves. So I'm not expecting just a one big fast zip. I mean, that certainly can happen, but my expectation is that we're going to stair step up because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to do. So it should stair step up to those levels. Okay, that's it for today. And the next update is going to be Thursday, the 8th of July.